Hey guys, it's John. Right, this video is going to be, and I'd like to see people do a thread for this. 5 bands that you never were into, and it's only as you got older, or even you could have not ever listened to them, would never put any of their stuff on, and all of a sudden you became interested in them and you just played it so much, and you appreciated it more. So this is going to be 5 bands that you didn't appreciate but you do now, and I'm going to tell you the sort of timeline-ish of when it happened for me. There might be some bands here that you might go, oh my god, John, really? But yeah, I will tell you about, when I first got into them. And then some of them I have actually, or one of them I've definitely stopped listening to for quite a while now. Yeah, so here we go. Hopefully people will do a thread of this. It'll be really cool to see other videos. So the first band is a band that my best mate, who's no longer with us, tried to get me into in '94. And obviously I'd heard songs on Top of the Pops and stuff. I've seen videos on Top of the Pops of this band, and I could never get into them. I really did not get their stuff, and it was even worse when a certain album came out in 91, 92 sort of time, and I was just like, what the hell's going on with this band? And that band, I'll take this out the sleeve, is U2. And I know there's going to be some boos and in the background in my video, but yeah, this band I couldn't get into, and my mate was trying to get me to listen to the Uptown Baby album with the Fly on, and I was just like, what's going on? I really didn't get it. And it wasn't until 1998 where I found myself buying U2's first best of, which was 1980 to 1990, and it was a double disc, and I played it, and then I just got hooked, and from then on, right, from 1998, it was just U2. That was all I played, apart from the odd Megadeth and stuff, and the odd couple of metal albums that were coming out around that time, or rock albums. And I played U2 for quite a few years. They were the constant in my car stereo, or even at home. And I don't think I played anybody else's music more than U2. Yes, there was a few albums in the 90s that were pretty terrible, but up to Uptown Baby I loved to bits. Pop was crap, and that other one that came out about 93, 94 time was terrible. I forgot what it's called now. I should know. But I stopped listening to U2 for quite a while, probably about the start of the tens. So the tens and the teens, the 20 teens, and 2010s, and it was only well, I went back and started listening to. I started listening to that free album that they put on iTunes and sent to you. That I was probably one of the only few that actually loved that album. But I can still put on this and the old stuff and just go, that is awesome. And I do own their new album. I don't know how many people out there do secretly listen to U2, but yeah, I still do love their stuff, even though the Edge, or definitely Bono, is a bit of a knob. So yeah, love that. So I appreciate U2. I can't be bothered with all their crap that they get up to outside of U2. Right, the next one. A band that oh my god, I could never get into this band. Never ever. And then all of a sudden I have end up having 2 kids. First one 2006 and the next one 2010. And from about 2007 I got into this band so heavily that I was just like, oh my god, what have I been missing? And it is the Beatles. And I just had to have everything the Beatles did. Obviously not every single thing they released, but all the albums, that was it. I wasn't fussed about all the best ofs and the compilations and all that crap. I just wanted the albums. I got this soundtrack. This is actually, I got this one because my daughter absolutely loved Yellow Submarines, the film. And I actually love all the songs from this soundtrack. But the Beatles I could never get into, absolutely hated it. Same with, I couldn't even get into Paul McCartney. And then all out of the blue, around the time I got into the Beatles, I started listening to Paul McCartney as well, and Wings. But obviously I listened to the Beatles a lot more. Yeah, absolutely love what they do, and also it gives me another genre that I don't normally listen to. So there we go. The Beatles. The only real old band that I listen to and love. So I appreciate them for what they did, how they influenced people, other bands and that. Right, next one is this one here. This was a band that some woman that let's put it this way. I was homeless once, and I used to sleep in my car. I used to work nights and then sleep in my car on the day. So it was quite easy because then I wouldn't get arrested for sleeping in my car. So, and in the summer I used to sleep on the beach. So I just and I used to use the kiosks, the toilet facilities around Guernsey to wash, and it was in the blokes' toilets. It was just cold water, freezing cold water in the winter, and then I'd try and sneak into my parents' house and have a wash now and then, the odd occasion. But one day this girl said to me, "We've got this garden chalet, and it's got a bed in it." And I thought, oh, okay. She said, "You can stay there a few nights if you want to, John." And I was like, okay, sorted. But she, one day I woke up and she was like face right by my face, and it was quite creepy, and I was like, oh my god, please get away. And then she where I'm going with this was she was into this band that I'm going to show, and she tried to get me into it, and it's Magnum, right? And it was this album, and she was playing me a VHS of the band live, and I just couldn't get it. I was like, I can't get into that. That is definitely not me. I really didn't like it. And it wasn't until I think this was the mid-90s when this 95 time, when I was 95, was it 95? Yeah, it was around 94 5 time, 94, 95 time that I had nowhere to live, and and I found out that she fancied me as well, which was I was like, I don't think so. So I didn't stay there very long. But yeah, she tried to get me into this, and I just couldn't do it. And it wasn't until about the year 2002, 2003 that I actually listened to this again, and thought, oh my god, that is absolutely totally awesome. The whole album is really great. And I was just like, what goes on inside here to make you really can't get into something, and then later on you change. So that's Magnum. And then the next band, so we're on to I've done 3, so we've got 2 more to go. The next band, oh, that's not it. Oh, yeah, the next band is Guns N' Roses. While everybody was listening to Guns N' Roses in the 80s and even the 90s, I just didn't get it myself. I really did not get into this band until about 1993, when things were going downhill, and that's when I appreciated them more. But before then, it was a no-no. I didn't get Appetite for Destruction on CD till, well, I didn't even own it on cassette. I didn't get it probably 94, 95 time. Yeah, about 94 time was the first time I got Appetite. And then same with these on CD. I never owned any Guns N' Roses on cassette. So yeah, first time I had them was on CD, and then on vinyl. But yeah, everybody at my school was into these. It was one of the biggest the biggest band with Metallica in '92. Ginormous, huge. So 92? No, 91, sorry. And I just did not get it until 93. And, now I just look back and think, what the hell was going on inside my brain? Right, and then the last one is a band that I didn't get into till, never was into them, and I didn't get into this band until 2006. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was 2006. It was the summer of 2006, and one of the guys I worked with, he had this cassette, and he put it in the van when we went out to working, and he said, do you like Led Zeppelin? And I tried them before, right? There's Led Zeppelin. I tried them before in the about 96, 97 time, and I was just like, what the hell is that crap? And I'd listened to the remastered CD thing they brought out, and I thought, what a load of bollocks. And the only song I could listen to was Stairway to Heaven. And then 2006 comes along and puts the cassette in, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, I've got to listen to this crap again. Well, my mate put it on in the van, and all of a sudden I was like, ooh, I'm getting into this. This is pretty cool. And then, and then I was just Led Zeppelin mad for about 2 or 3 years. And then it slowly started dying off again. And I think I stopped listening to Led Zeppelin, full on the amount I did. I probably stopped listening to them about 2010, 2011. But I listened to them the odd occasion up until probably a year ago, I suppose. But I don't have any desire to put this on anymore. But yeah, when my kids were very little, I was playing Led Zeppelin, when I put the earphones in, going for walks with the buggy, not empty, it had the kid in it, and and I just walk for like 5 or 6 miles listening to Led Zeppelin, and I do have fond memories of listening to it. Maybe one day I'll get back into them again, but I did. So, that was another band where I completely didn't. I hated what they did for a long time, and then all of a sudden something clicked up here, and I was into them big time. And I'm still waiting for the next band to do that to me. In the way these have done it, where I would just play their stuff for a few years, like every week or every other day, and just non-stop, and really get into the music like big time. So, and like only listen to that, and very rarely listen to what I normally listen to, and that's the bands that have really done that for me. So I'm gonna stop going on and blabbering. So it'd be cool if I could see some threads of this. So cheers, keep rocking, keep watching, keep listening to whatever it is you're doing, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification thing, and you'll get to be notified on every video I upload. So laters, cheers.